Hi guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. So today we're going to turn an acrylic paint pouring bloom into a Santa face for sort of a holiday twist on a way to embellish your acrylic paint pours. I'm using a small canvas, about an 8 by 10, and I'm doing a classic bloom layout. So I'm starting with a pillow paint of white, and I will put exactly the recipe and all the instructions in the description below. I'm using some metallic blue and metallic cobalt as well. I'm trying to go for more like an ocean effect for the background because I'm going to do sort of a surf Santa. I'm adding some silver here. Some people use pigments when they're doing blooms. I am just using standard acrylic paint. So I have a whole video of how I do my blooms that I will link to right here. For my cell activator, I'm doing titanium white that I have mixed with Australian Floetrol. It is a little pricey, but I find it is really worth it when you're trying to get this bloom effect. So now I'm just blowing down on the white and blowing the white over the entire color puddle. It's hard to see, sorry about my head being here. But you're just trying to spread that white over the entire piece. You'll start to see that the cells will start to form. And this is what's going to give it this lovely lacing. I'm going to give it a quick torch just to help those bubbles start to appear, or those cells, I should say. One thing we could do is start to tilt this, but that's going to destroy the integrity of those cells. It's going to warp them in some way, so that's why I use the spinner. It doesn't have to be super complicated of a spinner. I actually made my own. I have another video here that I'll show you how I made mine for really inexpensively. I'm just putting some standard mixed white, titanium white on the outside, just to help these colors really stretch. So back to the basic bloom recipe while we're sort of finishing this and spinning this out. Essentially, you're gonna have a base, which is, I use a Bare Premium Plus interior semi-gloss paint and primer in white. You can essentially use any paint pillow that you have on hand in terms of just a basic wall paint you would paint your house with. I mix mine with a little bit of water. As far as the colors are mixed with a Bare 8300 deep base, untinted, and this is something you can get off the shelf at Lowe's or Home Depot, but essentially it's just the base that you're gonna mix your colors with additionally to your acrylic paint, the deep base, you're gonna add a third component, which is Jasonia Gloss Varnish. And I sometimes add a little bit of water to that, depends on the consistency of everything else, just to get it a little more fluid. But essentially your colors are gonna be more thick than any other kind of techniques that you would use for acrylic paint pouring. And don't worry, I will put links to all of these items in the description below. Just making sure that each piece of the canvas has paint covering it. And then I'm gonna let that dry for a good week or two. Next, I'm going to cut out, I just printed this off of the internet. This is just sort of an idea that I had for Santa. So I'm gonna just cut it out and place it down here, and then we're gonna use a basic white spray paint to just spray paint over the template here. And this is gonna create sort of a misty effect for the background, and it's also gonna help us figure out where Santa's face is, so that we can, when we go in to do the line work, we'll know the outline of his face. All right, so now I'm just freehand tracing it, trying to do my best. I am not a classically trained artist, so this is always the most challenging part. Maybe if you don't want to do it on your actual piece, practice first on a piece of paper. So this is my final piece. Again, it's just a fun activity to do around the holidays and a different way to embellish your paintings. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I'll see you next time.